Hey guys, it's John. In this video, I want to run through a model that I've used to help take one-to-one personal trainers into online coaching. In fact, this exact strategy that I'm going to run through now has helped one of my clients, Lloyd, buy back 45 hours per week off the gym floor. And in fairness to Lloyd, I'm not going to tell you how much he earns because I don't have permission, I don't want to share that information, but he is 5x his income, put it that way. So not only has he getting back 45 hours every single week, where he doesn't have to work one-on-one anymore, he's significantly increased the amount he's earning going through this process. And I understand it's quite hard to detach your time from some of your one-to-one clients. So I want to run through the exact stages that I have done. I'll add in that the fact that Lloyd, he actually does work with clients back on one-to-one now for free because he can. You know, now that he's not reliant on that one-to-one, but he still likes training with select few clients, and he just goes and does it as part of his coaching. So, but he includes it because he doesn't have to charge, which is a great space to be in. You know, helping people, but the people you want to help, and not the people who are using you as therapy. And I'll probably caveat that with this because one-to-one, we all know that you've got two types of clients. You've got clients who generally want results, and you've got clients who just use you or they just talk at you. They're not really geared into getting a end result. They just want to tick a box, tell their friends they got a PT, or just tell the wife that they've got a PT. They're going to lose the weight, but they eat probably 2 kilos of cheese a week. Absolutely fine, but I'm still doing it, and they actually have no progress. Those sorts of people, we actually want to bin them off so you don't have to rely on their income, and we want to get you working with people who genuinely want your help, and we want to really just not only get more income, but get more impact. Your skills are much better spent on people who want to do the work, and what I found is you can't wish success on people who are determined to be average. So let's get you better clients, let's get you better people. Now, that being said, the first thing you need to do is you need to detach your time from coaching. And basically, there's two things here. You really need to kind of put a line in between what one-to-one is and what they get outside of that. So you notice I use the word coaching. Don't even use the word online, because when your one-to-one clients, anyone on the gym floor, when they hear the word online, they probably think remote, PDF, NAF, influencer, bullshit. So does you no favors using that word, and avoid the connotation of that and just go straight into coaching. And what you want to do here is you really want to create the mindset of one-to-one literally just being an hour of your or 45 minutes of your time. It's literally you just being there, and one-to-one means instructor. It means instructor telling them how to do form. Coaching is the everything else bit. Coaching is you looking at obviously the diet, the training, the programming, the sleep, the recovery. Coaching is the different relationship, and it's kind of a more advanced model. And we're going to get onto that when we get onto this value bit here, and we kind of pull people off the one-to-one. That sounds really dodgy, doesn't it? When we ethically pull people off to charge significantly more on OnlyFans, but when we pull people off and get them onto the coaching, it's really, really important to have that differential between a better model outside of just the four walls of the gym and that 1 hour that you spend with them, which we'll move on to. But this is really, really important stage. You have to have that division between one-to-one being an hour. You cannot give them plans, training, anything as part of that one-to-one going forwards. If they currently get that, not an issue. Next time it needs changing, you can then broach this conversation of implementing a hybrid offer. But you really need to have that differential. Otherwise, you can't graduate and get to this next stage. You've got to do that first. So step one-to-one is literally your time / you're an instructor, helping them how to do form. Coaching, better relationship, more responsibility, better results, but all that sort of stuff. And then the idea behind that is people need to be on a base retainer every month for coaching. Coaching is the minimum that you need to kind of give them in order to deliver a result. And this is a breakthrough for Lloyd, and it's really, really important. And it helps get you on a subscription package. If you're using something like Stripe, you can then charge monthly rather than having to charge for blocks and discounting like larger blocks. And then when people bugger off on holiday and you're screwed because you have no income coming in, you have to wait. Oh, do you want to come back? You know, you don't have to wait for that. They're paying you monthly as is. So it's really starting to kind of get that serious business laid out where they're paying you on that retainer. So this is, again, weighting it that way, moving them on to, look, ethically, I can't just charge for like instructing you in the gym because, you know, so much goes into getting your result. And obviously exercise, it comes into like 5 to 10% of weight loss. And if a lot of this is Gen Pop lifestyle transformation, you can lean on weight loss and the importance of that. I mean, that's basically NEAT, isn't it? So look at NEAT calories and all that sort of stuff, how it works, but explain the fact that, you know, if I'm just literally charging, a lot of PTs just charge you a lot, but you don't get a quick result, and they can keep you on their retainer for like years. Ethically, I'd rather just give you a result. So I don't like to offer anything. The minimum I can do is offer coaching. It's this much a month, you know. But the good news for you is that includes X number of sessions. This is really dependent on where you're at. This is really dependent on your current circumstance, how much you charge, and what people are used to paying. If you need help with this in your specific circumstance, reach out to me. There'll be an option to book in a call or fill out a form, or just message me in the description. I will help you out depending on what your own scenario is, but it really does depend on what people are conditioned to spending. So you're going to have a lot, your metric of success here, it's going to be very variable depending on what you're doing. So what you really want to charge here is like $150 a month for the coaching package. I mean, you can anywhere between $150 and $250 is what most online coaches charge. You can go up from that, but that's the average. So you just say, look, it's $150 a month for the coaching. Ethically, I don't like to do anything less than that, because that's what's going to deliver the result, like controlling food, but also looking outside the gym. A lot, 90% of it is what you do outside, but it also includes what you do inside. So that's what I do. Now, I appreciate the fact that you want to work one-on-one. So it includes, the good news is it includes this many sessions. So let's just say, look at it this way. You could charge, let's just say you're doing $150 for the coaching, and this hybrid offer would be £250, and you charge 50 quid a session. You could just say that the good news for you is it includes 4 sessions. It includes 1 session a month. Now, what you've done there is 150 plus £100, which covers 2 sessions. Technically, you're giving away 2 sessions for free. And you can, but you know, it's basically you're charging them for 2, which you kind of incorporate. You give away 2, genuinely give away 2, but you can communicate the fact of like, this is the hybrid offer. It includes 4 sessions as part of that. So that's the deal. And again, really depending on your circumstance. Can't really offer too much advice beyond that because it's so bespoke and it depends on where you're at. Again, you could reach out, but this is where it's just to sweeten the deal to get people onto a paying you on monthly retainer and setting people up. And then, you know, the big thing here is they charge for your time as an additional. Your time is an add-on. It's not the base. The time is the add-on, and you set yourself up to drop down to a base retainer, which is not based and not calculated and not charged on your unit of time. Really, really important. So that's the first stage of getting people to understand and see the value of the hybrid offer and getting people onto that. If it's obviously brand new inquiries, really, really simple. I mean, the free taster session is an absolute no-brainer route into that. You mean, start as many conversations as you can, help as many people up front as you can, offer free taster sessions, and in that, use that as like a live one-on-one consultation call session where you can communicate and get people understanding what you do. And then that whole one-to-one session is going through the motions, making them see their potential, giving an expectation of what they could achieve, but also weighting value towards the coaching. When you have 30 minutes plus 45 minutes, just being able to explain what they can do outside the gym, and then you can lay the offer down. So once you've got that and you get people on that, you can do anywhere between 2 months and 4 months, 8 to 16 weeks. You can get people on that hybrid phase. Not a bad amount of time. Gives you a significant advantage over online because you have face-to-face contact where you can build a proper relationship. Rapport building is very underrated, but a lot of people look at mechanisms, they use the human element. Human to human, human being a human goes a long way. Massively helpful when you get to shagging. I mean, actually, that's when we get onto shagging, which basically referrals, we'll cover that. But super important being that human-to-human contact. Really, 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 really important for retention, which we're going to get onto here. But yeah, being able to build that relationship on a face-to-face basis. And then once you get to that point and you get to that, whatever point you think that they're kind of up and away, this is where you can turn around and say, look, you're performing really well. I don't think it benefits you anymore by paying me more for me to kind of watch your form. You know exactly what you're doing now. So if it's all right with you, I'd like to drop how much you pay me, drop your expenses, and I'd like to show you this. And this is where you can then show them 6 months journey of what's coming up for them. And if you can have a client who's already gone through that weight loss process or like lost the weight or build the muscle, you want to like show those what the body looks like and really show them the horizon there. And again, you communicate the fact that it being coaching now, you know, we've got 168 hours in the week. So this is where I can really look at the 167 hours outside of these 4 walls. I can focus on that. Obviously, diet's more important than exercise per se. Activity is more important, like daily activity is more important than exercise, but also hormones are important. So, you know, a lot of people get more progress by not waking up for doing runs, but probably sleeping more because it improves their hormone profile, which obviously improves their body's metabolism, which is a much bigger driver towards weight loss and fat loss than just than cardio, than doing extra cardio. So this is where we significantly increase the rate of results, where we move into that. And what you're kind of doing is you're graduating Gen Pop mindset into like that physique development element. And you're obviously not going to that extremes, but you're getting people to understand what the actual process looks like. And it's cheaper, it's more cost effective, it's quicker results. Your ability to communicate and sell coaching, avoid that word, is really important here. But this is the key thing that's going to detach your time. And this is how you're going to scale beyond that and earn significantly more money, like Lloyd did, literally 5x his income, and you know, plus can go on holiday and he can earn more money, and he doesn't have to kind of do a shitload of sessions either side, and he doesn't have a void period where he's on holiday where he's spending money, not earning money, and he can actually enjoy himself and be with his family. So that is a really, really important thing for you, well, really important focus for you. And again, if you need help with this, depending on your circumstance, more than happy to help. You can book a call. I will help you do this. But getting people off that initial, pulling people off that initial hybrid phase to get them as drop them down and collect them as a technically online coaching client, really, really powerful. And that's a huge part of the process. And to be honest, the rest is just organization. So getting people through those 2 stages, that's how you're going to start to scale and collect those one-to-ones. Even if they're kind of coming in for one-to-ones in the initial hybrid phase, get them from there onto an online coaching client, happy days. And then there comes into like the third section, which is basically consolidation. Very fancy word for organizing your time. And this is where the fun bit, you have more time, and I say more time, you have more control. You have the element of saying what goes here, because you no longer rely on them, their time, and that client to earn more money. So you can turn around and say, look, one-to-one, my sessions are going up, it's becoming more expensive, but I'm not going to raise your price straight away out of loyalty to you. I'm going to give you options actually. So you can either keep doing what you're doing and then, you know, in this much time it's going to go up, or we can just move your sessions. And again, this is on your calendar. This is where you can start to free up half days or even full days. How annoying is it going in early morning, training that one client, maybe another client after that, maybe having to hang around for 1 or 2 hours, then another client, and then after that time frame, do you go home? Do you have lunch at home? Then you have to kind of go back. You waste so much time, energy, and focus going backwards and forwards with these like void periods outside of your sessions. It's such wasted time. Now you buy it back. Now you're in control to kind of go, right, that session on like a 3 p.m., or can we move that? Can you do it in the evening, or can you do that in the morning? And then if they really don't like that, you have the option to do group windows. Now, this isn't group sessions. You're not doing classes where you're shouting at everyone doing the same thing. God forbid going down circuits. God forbid CrossFit. Nothing against CrossFit or kettlebells, but Jesus wept. This is where you move towards, okay, I'm available for this much time. I'm available between the hours of 5 and 8, Monday to Friday. So we don't actually have to have that one-to-one time. If you want to see me, I can still help you. it's going to be actually cheaper for you. You're going to pay less, but you can see me 2 to 3 times more if you just change when you come to the gym. I'm making myself available and organising my life so I can still have that one-to-one contact with you. And I'm not going to charge you for it. Actually, not one-to-one. It's group. So you're not going to be on one-on-one, but you're going to be available and you're going to go around and help people if they be flexible to you. And it's cheaper. Again, you're trying to do everything you can. So this is the consolidation phase. This is where you're going to get more time back and you're going to be more efficient and you can help build the online as well, that you have that time. And then we get onto shagging, which is basically, the reason I put that there is for funsies. But people gossip so much in gyms. Everyone knows who's shagging who. But in essence, the opportunity for referral marketing is through the roof. For everyone banging on about online, and online, like, yeah, it's the holy grail, right? But this is so underutilized, the potential for referral marketing with one-to-one, because everyone knows 4 or 5 people, and your ability to get in front of that network of high trust is really, really potent when you leverage it. So you using location tags on stories and then collaborate with clients and getting in front of their audience is super, super important, because 2 things happen when you do this. 2 psychological principles happen when someone they know gets a result. Because the first thing is they compare. We compare. We're relative beings. If someone else I know gets progresses significantly further beyond what I have been progressing or what I've done, that creates more pain because I'm literally comparing myself with them. And it's worse because I know them. So I feel like I've been overtaken. It's not a nice feeling, but it promotes a lot more action and urgency in the individual. More so in women. Men probably don't care as much about our appearance, but women care more about their appearance, and there's that hierarchy within their friend network. If they feel like one of their friends has become more attractive than them, Jesus Christ, the inquiries will come through the door and it will accelerate. And the sales cycle is so much shorter when you leverage referral marketing. So that's the first thing that happens. That comparison and that pain drives more urgency to take action and inquire. The second thing, their believability in them getting a result skyrockets because they know the person that's got a result. It's no longer a stranger on the internet. It's like, well, if Claude can do it, like who the hell's called Claude? If Stacey can do it, why can't I? And that's a big barrier for people. That's a huge barrier for people believing that they can't get a result, and then they don't even inquire because they don't believe in themselves. But they know a person who's got a result, their belief in themselves getting a result goes up. So you have pain of being overtaken, believability that they can do it, and what do they see? Your name on the tag, on the collab, on the mention. It's you. Instant authority. They're the person. They're the label. I need to talk to them. Happens. And with Lloyd's scenario, he doesn't send a single DM. Not a single message was outbound sent through the entirety of last year and this year. Not a single DM sent. All inbound referrals. And I know they're referrals because on his inquiry form, why do you want to work with me? Last question. I saw so-and-so's result. I saw this person's result. I saw that person. You did this with so-and-so. Works. And the beauty of this, the real beauty of this, and again, this is exactly my approach. And again, if you are looking to grow, even if you're just online, you're curious about personal training, or if you're a personal trainer or if you're an online coach, my method of leveraging referrals is helping more and more and more people, even with smaller audiences, get to like 6 figures plus. You can get to capacity without much exposure by leveraging these systems. I'm doing it with more people. You can pretty much certain that you can if you're willing to put in the work. And it comes down to these figures. Now, you're charging £150 a month, which is the lower end. If you charge more, it's easier. But let's just say you charge £150. And you have the magic number of keeping each client for 8 months. Why that number? Well, that is what my current clients average when they work with me. They average 8 months with each of their clients across the board. And that is really helpful because that means we need 87 clients. That's how many clients we need in a year to average £10,000 per month. When you're charging that much and you keep clients for 8 months, you need 87 clients throughout the year to average that income. It's basically 120 grand. Now, what happens when you average 1 referral per client by leveraging local markets? Well, quelle surprise. that number halves. 45 clients, 52 weeks in a year. You need less than one sign up per week. And to leverage word of mouth using strategies like this, which you can do as a personal trainer, you have a massive advantage versus online coaches. You're literally seen face to face and you kind of build those relationships here. You have a huge potential to do this, and you need one or less than one sign up per month. Per month. You need more than that, John. Jesus wept. You need at least one sign up per week on average, as long as you can keep hold of them with good systems and structures, and you charge the lowest end. That's how you're going to get to 10K per month. Simple as that. So I hope that helps. I appreciate the fact that it can be quite difficult when you're talking to one-to-one clients and they don't want to go, they don't like the word online, they don't like it, and they want to work with you, and they're anchored to condition that they think your price and you working with you on a one-on-one basis is the best thing that they can get. But we need to flex our skills here at being able to communicate the value of coaching, and we need to kind of position things in the right way where you set yourself up for success. And again, this is where you kind of want to work with the best clients. You cannot wish success on people who are determined to be shit and average. So there's nuance here, but once you break down the stages and follow the process, it works. It was worked for Lloyd, it's worked for a lot of my other clients, and it will work for you if you just know exactly what you're doing. If you're stuck with any of that, you can always drop me a message, but yeah, have faith. Systems work, and you're closer than you think to earning significantly more. Hope that helps. We'll see you in the next one.